What is up everybody, Gifford here and welcome to another video. Today we're going to talk about my dividend payments for November and December 2024. We'll also compare November and December's dividend payments to last year because I started the portfolio at the beginning of 2023. So going straight into my dividend tracker here. So we're going to look at November and December and we can see that I got paid $2.14 and that's US dollars in Divo, ticker symbol DIVO. Then the next one is JEPI, which I got paid $4.08. So ticker symbol JEPI. The next one after that is DGRW, so that was 28 cents. See here on the tracker. And then my fourth payment was only 93 cents and that was in ticker symbol O, realty income. And we go on to a newer holding of mine and I only got paid 12 cents for that, and this is a ticker symbol called BIT. My sixth dividend payment for November was only 63 cents and that was ticker symbol LOWS, LOW, and my last dividend payment was 41 cents and that was in ticker symbol most likely QQQ. It says other there sometimes because I just kind of add this as a miscellaneous, but I'm pretty sure this one here is in QQQ. This gives me a grand total for the month of $8.59 in payments, and you can see here that I invested in total into the account about $15,000. So moving over to December's dividend payments, December is absolutely stacked. I think there's about 13 dividend payments here, so we're gonna have to go through them very quickly, right? So for the top one, we have $7.70 and that's in ticker symbol VYM, so the Vanguard. The next one is $6.38 and that's in SCHD. The next one after that is Divo, which is a monthly payer at $2.40. Then we have also JEPI, which is another monthly payment, which is $4.83. Next one down is VT, which is $2.95. The one below that is DGRO, which is $2.57 payments. Then we've got DGRW, which is quite a small one at only 39 cents. Then the next one is VOO, which is $2.59. Then we have another small one under Microsoft for only 83 cents. The next one below that is even smaller again at 46 cents, but that's Google. It's followed by another monthly, which is 64 cents, which is realty income. And below that we have a good dividend payment of $4.53 and this is by BIT. Now remembering that the previous month it was only fairly low, but I did start picking up my position in that one. That's why it's increased significantly. And this one is a very good dividend payer. The next one is McDonald's, ticker symbol MCD, and that paid me 86 cents. All in total, I got paid $37.45 for the month, and that's with $15,200 invested in that. And that's New Zealand invested dollars. Now you can see here that that is the highest month there. So December was absolutely stacked. So on the right hand column, it gives you a total of how much I actually get paid from each one. And this brings me to a total of $152.83, and that's in USD of dividend payments for 2024. So I think a really good thing to do is to compare how this portfolio is going from 2023 versus 2024. Now I started the portfolio just kind of after February, so you can see here there's a couple of missing payments. And it was pretty pitiful, right? It was only 77 cents for the month and then another 39 cents. And then I started picking it up as I put more money in. And this goes to show you that you don't need a lot of money to start. So this portfolio here was only $600, then $700. And you can see that I built it up quite quickly, but always investing into the account. So looking back at 2023, we can see the total dividend payments was $53.50. And in November, it was only actually $2.61. And then in December, it was $12.93. In 2024, it has increased quite a bit. So I like to do graphs because it shows you very quickly where the data is, and we can see here comparing the dividend payments from 2023 to 2024, which ones are my dividend payers. And this will also lead to what I'll do later on and go, hey, some of these stocks here, I'm probably not gonna sort of too interested in them because they do too little dividend payments. There's so many companies that I don't really do my due diligence on all of them, so I'll be happy to let go of a couple of them, especially favoring the ones like ETFs where I don't need to think about it. I just buy it every week, every month, whenever I buy it, whenever I have money, and I don't have to worry about individual companies, something going wrong with them. I just want to buy them and then collect those dividends every month. So we can see here that the biggest payments in 2023 hovering around about, so this here is the dollar mark, so $5 in total to $10. We can see that VYM, SCHD, Divo and JEPI were the highest ones along with Visa. So I don't own Visa anymore, so that's quite interesting that they had quite a good month and I let them go. Going down to 2024 payments, we can see that VYM, SCHD, Devo, and Jeppy are one of the higher ones, along with sort of mid-tier, what I like to call mid-tier ones is sort of VT, VOO, and I believe that my new ticker, BIT, is going to be among one of the higher ones next year when I keep following this chart. So the next question to have is that you kind of just don't invest blindly into these dividend stocks. You kind of have to have a plan. So what is my investing plan? Well, here it is here. Again, another tracker. I do like my spreadsheets, just to make sure that I am tracking correctly and have sort of my investing allocation correct, and then I just don't have to think about it. I go in there, it just auto buys, and then I just try to keep kind of to these figures, to these targets. It's not always going to be right, okay? I'm not a professional. I'm only a hobbyist investor that's kind of grown his money a decent amount now. So we can see here that VYM, my target for that is 15, and then next one down, GP 14, and it's a little bit off. It's 1% off, right? But I am investing money in that. One of the biggest changes I've had is VOO. I want to kind of lower that down a bit because these already have VOO stocks in them, and it's already a big ETF, right? And a lot of these are inside VOO. There's a lot of overlap here already, but that's just because I'm just a hobbyist. So I look at stocks, and the ones I like, I want to invest more in. Also the same with VT. I'm probably going to get rid of this allocation eventually because a lot of these stocks here are in VT because VT is the Vanguard Total World. So all of these here are inside VT anyway. So it's a massive overlap. But this is what I've done, and I'm just changing things along. That's the point of investing. You can change things. I just want to highlight as well that 80% of this portfolio is heavily invested into ETFs. Again, just getting my dividends, not having to think about it too much. It's good that some of these here good performing companies are doing well, probably not as well as the S&P 500 last year, but that's okay. They still do quite well for what they are, and there's a lot of growth still in these companies here, but a majority of this one is nice and safe in ETFs. And the thing to remember is that dividends is an income strategy, therefore comparing it to something like the S&P 500 on a year basis is probably not really good, because the S&P finished at about 23% positive, and this account here, I don't have a picture of it for you, but this here finished at about 16% after the stock gains that they produced as well as the dividends that they paid out. But really this is kind of in a retirement strategy when you're older, maybe above 65, and you're needing that income because you're not working anymore. But I just want to do this at the moment because I don't have particularly a high income, and what I know is that if I invest early, and then that is going to grow over a long period of time. So I'm just trying the strategy to see what it is. Really, at my age, I should be going for growth, but I already have a growth portfolio anyway, and I don't think I'm the best at growth investing. So I just want to see where this goes. I may end up, I don't know, I may end up getting rid of dividends because maybe it should be done at a later age, but I don't know. I'm just trying it out. Here is just showing you that the dividends is producing some income as well, or double income. You can see here that I've got this one payment from this company. I can't remember what it is. I got a dividend payment on the 3rd of December, and then I got another bonus one on the 27th of December. I'm not quite sure why that is, but we can see here is $1.64, and then again at $2.89. So this here gets invested every year. You can imagine that you get these little ones here, and they turn around and they invest more in the previous year that you got money in for that then invests again. So you can see that compounding effect kind of monthly happening, and I'm not sure how that kind of happens in the decades that will come, or the years that will come, because you're going to have down years. So sometimes a dividend might be under threat, but that's why in ETFs you really can have consistent dividends, because it's spread over a lot more companies instead of just one company not doing well and then just cutting the dividend in half, which I have a company like that, which is MPW, which has cut their dividend twice now, and the dividend just absolutely dies. But these ones here seem to be just consistently tracking up, although I do need to put a lot more money into this. So going over the summary of this video, November dividends from 2023, they've increased from $2.61 to now $8.56. So that's a 300% increase over the last year. That's pretty good. And in December, it's the same thing as well. The dividend payments in 2023 was $12.93, and the dividend payments I got last year in 2024 was $37.45, so that's an increase of 280%. And just noted there that I deposited $9,000 into this dividends portfolio. The trading platform I use is Interactive Brokers, Hatch Invest, Stake, and Sharesies for individual companies, and I use InvestNow for index funds. If you want to start investing, you can use any of my referral codes down below to start your own investing journey if you are from New Zealand. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. If you click this end video here, it is about KiwiSaver planning and goal setting for your retirement. If you have any questions for me, pop them down below and I'll do my best to answer them. Please like and subscribe as it helps me out on this channel. Also, if you're interested to hear from me more, I'm over on Instagram, so feel free to have a look at it there. I do post every other day about stock market news or what I'm doing in my portfolio. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.